out-of-body experience.
Welcome to the Brothers of Wrestling podcast.
Welcome back to the Brothers of Wrestling podcast with your hosts Logan and
Hayden.
And Hayden, I want to talk about Drew McIntyre.
The Scottish Superman.
He did it. He did it. We were thinking about it last episode. We were talking about it last week. Is Drew McIntyre going to beat Cody Rhodes? Are they going to actually pull the trigger and do the thing that we wanted them to do, but we did not think very highly that they were going to do?
Oh, I was not expecting.
And they actually did it.
Yeah,
So how you feeling?
Good. They needed the new direction. They need not that Drew's young.
No,
but they needed.
But the
more
story
of
was getting stale. Drew was talking and then losing.
Yeah, it was. If he lost that match, he was going to lose all credibility.
Exactly, just like Solo.
He was, just like Kevin Owens.
You always bring up Kevin Owens
because he was at 6 rounds in a row and didn't win. How does that happen?
He's schmoozing with Triple H.
But they pulled off the match with.
It was a good match too.
Drew and Cody. They had a great, the 3 stages was good. They had the big surprise with Jacob coming back, and you think, oh,
yeah, I did. I thought he was going to cost Drew. I thought he was going to cost Drew because they were going to reveal that Drew took him out.
Yeah, and he thought that was how it was going to go, and he comes in and he attacks Drew, and you're like, oh, here we go. This is how they're going to get Drew out of this.
That's what I was saying when I was watching it.
Yeah, and then he turns and hits Cody. Jacob does, and didn't see that coming.
No.
And then Drew escapes with all the commotion.
Yeah, because Cody starts fighting too.
And steals the title. And like I've been posting on Facebook, the Scotch Superman, there's 2 world champions in WWE right now, and one
McIntyre
is not like the other.
That's their ship name.
T-shirt over there. Over on Raw, he's wearing T-shirts all the time. You got McIntyre out here in a kilt.
In the world of TV show relationship names, it's McIntyre.
That's gross. Why are they dating? Just because they're world champions?
No, because they had that big storyline. They're lovers.
No, why does that make them lovers?
Because that's how people work.
People are weird. Anyway, so I'm happy for Drew.
Yeah, Cody can win it back whenever.
I mean, Drew's got titles. He was a TNA champion. He was a NXT champion. He has WWE titles.
Yeah, he won it in the pandemic.
None of them really were anything. He won the 2 in 2020, and then he won the world title here.
Yeah, for like 5 seconds.
Seth, and then Punk cost him that one with Priest cashing in. So
I'm surprised you remember that. You always forget that.
I do forget that sometimes, but I'm really hoping that they give McIntyre a decent reign. Let him go into WrestleMania.
He's gonna beat whoever.
I don't know who he's gonna fight.
He's gonna beat whoever comes out of this little mini tournament they got going on at the Rumble. He's gonna beat whoever comes out of that, which I think it's gonna be Priest, but I don't know for sure.
Could be Priest. Could be could be why am I blanking on his name? Cardona.
Yeah,
it could be Zack Ryder.
Could be Cardona. Yeah.
Could be Sammy.
But he's going up against Cardona's going against Ilya, and that's I don't think they're going to give Ilya 2 losses after another loss after he just lost the U.S. title.
Yeah, there's ways to make him lose. It's a tournament. There's ways to make him lose without losing.
But they're really building up Priest right now for some reason, so I think that.
Yeah, he did win the ambulance match, so that's something for him. Yeah, I mean that's a good guy to put against Drew to have him beat.
Yeah, they had that rivalry for the world title, so.
So it's gonna be interesting, that's for sure.
I'm just glad they did it.
But it opens up so many possibilities now.
Yeah, because now Cody, they can take Cody in this direction where he's desperate now. And we're recording this before Smack. I'll probably have this up tomorrow on the Friday of the 17th. So we're recording this before SmackDown, so we don't know what Cody comes out and does.
Nothing.
So I think they could go in a direction where Cody is like, he's desperate now. He doesn't know what to do without the title, so he's going to go to the Rumble. He's not going to win the Rumble. And then he's like, what do? I got to enter the Chamber. And maybe he doesn't win the Chamber too. And then he's like, I don't have a match for WrestleMania. What am I going to do?
I thought you were gonna go with your Just Book It storyline.
No, he's not going to lead. No, that's for just book it. That's not. I got some big plans for Cody and just book it. So
No, okay. Um, yeah, it just gives you so much part. It was getting so predictable,
yep.
and Royal Rumble was coming up. Who was gonna win? And your options are to go against Cody or CM Punk. It's just like
two guys you
yeah.
don't like.
So now with Drew there, I mean, it opens up anybody because it was really feeling like it was going to go Cody and Roman.
Yeah, that's the heavy rumor. Yeah,
And so now I can see it where they pivot off of that and go
they can still do Cody and
somewhere
Roman, just not
else.
for the title.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. I'd like to see Cody Roman again not for the title.
I don't know what kind of stakes they'd have on it though.
But now Drew he's fresh face. He can get a fresh challenger. He could get the Royal Rumble winner. You know, could go to Punk, but they could. You're just getting a whole new lane of opportunities now with that title change,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm glad they finally pulled the trigger.
There's a lot of people.
And there's talk. There was talk. It was Cody and Drew that convinced them to do
Yeah,
it.
that was a
So.
big rumor too. There's a lot of talk right now. The heavy Royal Rumble favorite right now is Braun Breaker. So
Yeah, I don't know if he's really ready for that, but
my favorite,
I
my
mean,
personal pick is still Sami Zayn.
I know I've been seeing that everywhere too.
It just makes so much sense. He literally came out on SmackDown. I know Trick Williams interrupted him, but he literally came out on SmackDown and said that he's done talking about I need to win the championship. He's actually going to go and do it. So I think that they might take this in a direction where he's they're building him up where he's like I got to do this. I got to win the Rumble. And then he gets there and he wins the Rumble and then he goes to WrestleMania and fails. I think that could be a perfect thing for him.
Maybe the Sammy does nothing for me.
I know he doesn't.
I think he's funny, but
I'm a Sammy
except for
believer.
Jay, I didn't think Jay did anything for me. It was a nice shock to see him win. After
That
that,
was
it was
pretty
kind
big,
of
yeah.
But I can see it go one of two ways. I can see Jericho coming back and winning it.
Jericho winning it, okay.
Yeah. And going after Punk. I could see it three ways, I guess. I could see Brock coming back and winning it.
Oh, now we're getting crazy.
And going after Drew to get his rematch. Well, you don't think that'd be a huge match? They were supposed to have a huge match the first time.
Mm-hmm.
You tell me going back to that wouldn't be epic? We know Brock's. How big of a pushover for Drew would that be to get a win over Brock at the big mania like that? Or I could see it being. I really hope it's the third option, which is it could be a shocking guy, someone you're not expecting that's not really in the main event yet to kind of push yourself. And Braun would fit into that category.
Like Dom.
Or like not Dom.
Or
Like an
Gunther.
LA Knight would be cool to see win it. No, Gunther doesn't need the title right now. He's doing this career killer thing's working for him.
Oh, let's pivot to that because I want to talk about that.
I already told you where I want Gunther to go.
So on Raw, Gunther and AJ had a match, and the finish of the match was AJ has Gunther in the calf crusher, but
one of my favorite ways to finish a match ever.
So AJ's got him in the calf crusher. The referee is on AJ's right hand side, and so he can't see Gunther's on the left hand side, so he can't see the referee can't see Gunther as he taps on AJ's leg on his thigh. He taps out. He doesn't tap out on the mat. He taps out on AJ. AJ lets go of the calf crusher, and he acts like he won, but the referee didn't see it. And so Gunther kind of goes to the ropes and regroups as AJ's arguing with the ref. AJ even goes over because they set up the spot with the ring announcer and the ring bell. Because AJ's telling, which is not how you're supposed to. AJ's not supposed to tell the referee to ring the bell. That's not how it works. So that gives Gunther time as the referee's distracted with the ring bell and saying that no, I didn't call for the bell, don't ring it. AJ goes back over to Gunther. Gunther hits him with a low blow, and then I think they go immediately to the power bomb, or do they do something else?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, then he hits the power bomb, and that's the 1-2-3. Gunther wins.
Loved it. I don't know why that doesn't happen more often.
Well, I mean, you'd think it wouldn't happen for a guy's experience as AJ.
No, but what I love about that kind of thing is it's one of those things in wrestling that you obviously know why it doesn't happen, but like, why wouldn't you do that?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it just shows you the intelligence of Gunther's character
Yeah.
in that sense,
He
because
didn't want to be in there that long.
he knew he was gonna have to tap. He was stuck. He couldn't get out. But the fact that he taps without the ref seeing
Yeah, the
it,
ring awareness.
it's not even like the classic one where they tap out and the refs uh, knocked out,
Mm-hmm. No, the ref
which is
was watching.
usually no, the ref was there in position, and which is something I always think about when that kind of stuff happens is why wouldn't you tap away?
You're just like Sam
You
Roberts.
know,
He says
like
that all the time too.
it's like tapping so the ref doesn't see it. The guy stops because he thinks you tapped, and then exactly what happened. Then you get the advantage. I did. The other part that I loved about it was that the ref just looked like a complete goober
Yeah.
because he's screaming at AJ, and then he yells at him and says, "Don't push me, don't touch me. We're not stopping this match." And then he goes to yell at the thing while AJ gets low blowed. And it's like, well, you're really not paying attention at all in this match, are you, ref?
Now,
But
I did
whatever.
see a discourse online um, from some people that not just the regular IWC, just from some people that actually like talk about wrestling and review it. I did see that
Mm-hmm.
they posed the question: does this weaken Gunther a little bit because he did tap out? It didn't end the match, but he did tap out. So does this
No,
bring back the
see,
"you tapped out" chance? Does this
no,
dilute Gunther at all?
it doesn't do any of that because he showed the intelligence of his character. That was the whole point of
Hmm.
it. And it's not like he tapped crying,
Yeah,
whining. He tapped on
to release
purpose
the hold
to get out of the
before
hole.
any
It
damage was
was
done.
a calculated
Yeah,
move. It wasn't a ref's knocked out. I'm tapping because I'm
like an
done,
Edge would
but the
do.
ref just doesn't see it. Yeah, that's more of a coward's way out. This was on the strategic side, in a smarter idea, in a way to get out of the hold without being able to get out of the hold.
Hmm.
So I think it works fairly well for Gunther's character
Okay.
because now he's not only a dick and he's not only a
Hmm.
cheater, but now he also is intelligent. Which I mean, he had that characteristic most of his run anyway. But now he's going to outthink you, and that's another scary aspect of that character.
And I
It's not
was,
just he's a big brute guy.
yeah,
He can outsmart you in a match, even a veteran like AJ.
I was wondering because I thought that they were gonna go Gunther AJ for like a huge pay-per-view match as like AJ's last
And they
match or
still
something.
could.
And but I was
Still
wondering
could.
since they were doing it so early, I was like, how are they gonna make this so Gunther looks strong and AJ doesn't like retire after this?
Hmm.
And I get that
Yeah, and
works,
I
yeah,
think they did what they wanted to do
because now
with it.
AJ's
And
got beef
AJ
with
stays
Gunther
not
even
doing the
more.
tour. Yeah. So it can stop it for now, and then they can go back to it later if AJ wants to do some other stuff before he retires. And then you can do the career killer thing for Gunther anyway. So we'll see how it goes. But
Speaking of, we'll see where it
Gunther,
goes.
I do just want to say
Oh,
Gunther needs to have a big time WrestleMania
I
moment
think
this
he
year,
will.
though. He has to. If they're
It
going
could
to
be
keep building
Brock.
this character up, I think he's going to fight Brock in SummerSlam.
Oh, okay.
That's what I
They're
think's
in
going to happen.
Minneapolis, yeah.
Where he gets to put the beast out of his misery.
That'd be pretty crazy.
Yeah. I mean that's if you're building a career killer gimmick, what bigger career to kill than the beast?
Post Cena.
Exactly. You've already taken out Cena. You've taken out who was the other guy you took out that started this
Goldberg.
thing? Goldberg, that's right. God. I mean,
Bill Goldberg.
how many other guys are you gonna if he ends up taking out AJ?
Rey Mysterio.
You know,
No, I
I'm
think
surprised he didn't
they're
show.
saving that for Dom, I think.
I'm surprised he didn't show up in TNA and just take out Dango,
He's got
JDC,
cool merch though. Last
and
dance
take
for the
him
Dango
out.
or something like that.
Hmm.
But speaking of going in
So
a new direction or seeing where things go, Braun Breaker got suspended on Raw.
yeah, that was kind of a weird little thing there.
He got. It's good to see that Logan Paul is now. See, I saw you post that on our Facebook page that Logan Paul is
Hmm.
signed officially as a full time guy.
Yep.
And it's good to see him out there. I mean, they were in Belgium, or not Belgium, they were in just Germany, Dusseldorf or whatever. and
Mm-hmm.
Logan Paul was out there, so it's good to see him actually. He's going across the pond and going to Germany and going to international spots as part of the
Mm-hmm.
full time roster. So that was good. But Braun Breaker gets a little too aggressive, a little too heated, like he always does. He is a Steiner, so he does get a little overzealous, and he kind of
Something.
did some things to Adam Pierce. But Heyman did point out a good thing. Heyman said that Pierce touched him first, put hands on him first.
What did he do? Just push him though, right?
Yeah, I think so. But still, in Braun
Yeah.
Breaker's eyes, that means you're next.
Well, he did. He did the. I mean, it got
Yeah,
intense. I
Pierce
mean,
was spitting.
well, Pierce was ticked off, but then Breaker was like, "I'll kill you."
Yeah, and then Logan Paul came in and he's like, he will legit kill you. Stop.
Like, for what? Like, I don't get what the beef was with
Well, it's
that.
because Pierce started the show with he told Heyman that he doesn't want to. He's not in the mood just for Braun Breaker to come in with such like aggression and um, being his wild self that he always is.
Yeah, I
And
can see that. What the problem with what, and this is why I didn't really like him having the match with Punk, was because they put themselves in a corner now. Because he lost a world title, where's he supposed to? Who's he going to feud with now before Mania?
maybe that's why he wins the Rumble and goes fights Punk again.
No, yeah, he could return at the Rumble, but then like, how? Why does he return? Are they going to do an angle where Paul Heyman gets legally involved in it with Pierce, and maybe
Okay,
Pierce gets in trouble, and then it gets Braun to come back at the Rumble? I don't know. It seems weird to just suspend him right after he just had that huge match
maybe
last
the
week.
WrestleMania match is Breaker versus Pierce.
Yeah, but see, that does nothing
I
for
know,
me.
I'm
I'd
just
rather see
joking.
that. I'd rather see that at Elimination Chamber if they're gonna do something like that. I don't need to see that at
No, I'm just
WrestleMania.
joking.
So I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see where they go with Braun.
And now, next Monday on Raw in Ireland, Finn stepped up to the plate.
Yep,
He's
he
going to be
got
facing Punk.
tired of the video games, and Liv yelled at him, so he went out
I did
and
see
did what
some
he
some
was.
criticism for Finn stepping
Yeah.
up. I mean, Punk said his name in that list of guys like 2 months ago. So why is it taking him
Well,
this long?
that's what Punk even
Yeah, I
said.
know, and
He
Punk
said,
said that.
"Where
Yeah,
you been?" And yeah, I mean, where's he been? He hasn't
are
done
they
nothing.
just doing this for the cheap hometown
Yes,
heat or pop? I guess not heat.
yes, yes. Of course they are.
Is
Because
this a
you
Mick
saw how it
Foley
worked
cheap
with
pop type
Drew.
of situation?
Yeah, I don't think Finn's winning the title.
That'd
They've
be
done
pretty
nothing to
sick.
build him up. They've done nothing to
No, they
build him
haven't.
up to
But it'd
win
be
the
pretty
title
awesome if they did.
at all. Even in the promo where he comes out and challenges, he gets buried by Punk. It's not like he was out there spitting with
No,
Punk the
no.
whole time. He get buried alive. So
Yeah, with Dom and
now,
JD being out, it's kind of just Finn and the girls, and he's not really doing much.
could they use this as a catalyst though
Ooh,
to move him in a better
yeah,
direction? Yeah,
probably.
they could easily do
If he
that.
has a good showing and he maybe gets a couple
Hmm.
big near falls.
Yeah, we'll just have to see what they decide to do afterwards. But I don't think he's winning
No, I
the
don't either. I
match.
think Punk's winning.
Yeah, I
If
don't
Punk's gonna
see
drop
it
the
with
title, it's
Pierce.
gonna be a Rumble or Chamber or something. I don't think he's dropping it on a Raw.
Yeah, probably.
I don't think he's gonna drop it anyway,
Yeah.
but if he does,
Yeah, I like that they're at least trying to build up these Raws now to where they actually have some kind of. And I mean, mostly it's for the European tour, but at least they're trying to
yeah, but
give
those
you some
crowds,
big
those
time
crowds give
matches.
it some good energy. So
So that's, I mean, I'm glad at least that's becoming a thing. Because I'm sick of the Raws that are just pointless. It's like, why am I watching this even?
well, with SmackDown being 3 hours, it's pretty tough to get
Yeah,
through.
tell me about
I
it.
do enjoy. I'm liking what they're doing with Kit Wilson. That song changed everything.
Yeah, it is a good song.
That
I
song
agree with
that he's
that.
got, his theme song now, is so catchy
Hmm.
and good that I could see them moving him up to a pretty decent mid card guy.
Yeah, I can see that.
Not necessarily just a guy who's out there to get the pin, to take the pin.
But it, I for now think they see him as the Heath Slater kind type.
Oh, okay, okay.
of character,
Yeah.
where he's just out there to he's got the catchy thing
He's got
going,
the toxic
but
masculinity thing going.
he's going to put over the other guys.
Okay. I mean, he
It's
did have
just we're all
his
pretty
first match when he's a singles guy against Cardona when he returned. So
yeah. So, but yeah, I kind of like that direction they're going with it. It kind of helps, gives him something with the other guy out for a year or so with that neck injury.
I think
So,
we've stalled enough now. Let's talk about the company that is TNA.
yep, big debut
They
tonight.
had the they had the AMC debut.
Yep.
AJ Styles opens the show, and the main event, Santana takes on excuse me. Santana takes on Kazarian for the world title. Kaz is champ, and in the end,
Hmm.
they get the belt back on Santana.
Yep. Yep. And then they set up Genesis now, so they're gonna have Santana and uh, Kazarian gets his rematch, and then Nemeth's gonna be the referee. And then you got Nemeth calling a shot. He won that call your shot thing they do. And so he's going to be going after the title after that. So, yeah, it makes sense to start the new era with new champ.
Yeah,
I
I
like
think we even said that in the
Kazarian.
last episode last week that I thought that I know I told you this. I don't remember if it was on recording or not, but I said that they were going to
Hmm.
open this new era with a big title change, and they did.
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
I
two
get
title
that.
change technically. The Iconics lost the titles because I think they're leaving TNA.
Yeah, yeah, it sounds like they're not going to be around for much longer. So, but yeah, it's nice. You know, if you're going to make Santana the face of your company, you might as well start out hot with him when you're going to get your most people watching to see him
Yeah,
win the
everybody was
title.
checking out
So,
this first episode. So
and then you get AJ out
yeah,
there.
big
He
star
just did
power.
his
Yeah,
intro, so to get the show started. And then you had him have the Kazarian moment
yeah, where he stared at the
where he
title. That
talks
was
to,
pretty cool.
and he looks at the title, and yeah, hey, if we get one more AJ match for the title, I don't care who it's against. That's pretty epic. So that'll be some of TNA's best
And
business
I
they've
did
had in a long
hear that
time.
TNA was scheduled to have Leon Slater on the show, but WWE wanted him for the European tour because they were going to be in England or something. And so
Hmm.
they WWE had priority over a TNA wrestler, which is weird, but
Well, I mean, let's be honest. Leon Slater's probably TNA's biggest star right now. No offense to Mike Santana or Nick Nemeth or Kazarian, but Leon Slater's the guy right now. Especially after he had the whole thing at the Cena
mhm.
uh, Saturday
Yeah,
Night's
him and
main event.
Javon were pretty good in that match.
I mean, that he got the most eyeballs on him in a long time.
It's just funny that a
So he could
TNA
be
contracted
the big
wrestler
star.
gets he can't be on a TNA show because WWE has
Hmm.
priority over him.
That's the way this crazy world's working right now in wrestling. So WWE is just keeping TNA alive. Try to let them do their
TNA is more
thing
of a
down there.
developmental brand for them than NXT is at this point,
Yeah, pretty much about the same. I mean, they're probably on about the same level.
which is sad.
Yeah.
Where we saw
Well, I
TNA at their
mean,
height.
and then, I mean, NXT's fallen a lot too.
Yeah,
So,
but NXT's built themselves back up since the 2.0 era.
yeah, not pretty. Still not pretty.
Well, now they got to build
So,
themselves back up again after they lost such heavy stars like Oba and Trick and
yeah, they
Javon
lost
and
everybody.
their whole men's main event scene just went to the
Hmm.
main roster, which is pretty. I feel like they should have scattered that a little bit better because now you're left with Ethan Page and then a bunch of kind of main event guys. Like you got
Well,
Miles
you got
Bourne
Saints. You got
and Saints.
Saints,
Saints is up there. That's right. I forgot about Saints.
and it looks like they're pushing Tony D'Angelo
Yeah, okay. So they got
hard
three
now.
guys. And then, well, Ethan's not even in
So,
main event stuff. He's got North American title stuff. But then they just
hmm
debuted this new guy from LFG or whatever. He came in
yeah, I
and started
saw that.
wrecking
I
house. That
forget
was
his
pretty
name.
cool. He was tossing people around. That was awesome.
I saw they just got the. Was that the guy that was the new Obafemi?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
I forget his name, but
Yeah, I do
he
too.
was
Off the
tossing
top of my
people
head.
across the ring and out of the ring. It was pretty awesome.
So yeah, that'll be interesting to see if they try to build him up like they did Oba.
Yeah,
But
I have no idea if he can cut a promo or I didn't watch LFG, so I have no idea if he can cut a promo or not. But in the ring,
yeah,
he's tossing people around.
Yeah. So they're gonna go back to square one here for a little while.
Yeah, they got
We'll
to
see
build up a
how
couple guys. I
NXT
forgot
goes.
about D'Angelo and Saints. So
Yeah.
they got a couple guys.
Yeah.
But
But
losing, I mean, you had Trick and Oba and Javon were literally the stand and deliver main event. That's what Ricky Saints
yeah.
says
Oh,
in
I
that
know.
promo.
Yeah.
And they all leave at the same time. That's pretty rough.
Yeah. It did seem like a little weird to do that all at once
And then
to start the
there were
year.
rumors that Blake Monroe was going to go up, but now they're saying that she's staying down for a little bit longer. I don't know where she's going.
She'll probably stay down there
Well, there was a
for a
lot of
little
rumors
bit.
going around
For
last week that she was coming up. So
I mean, it might be because they don't know what to do with her now that they did
yeah, well
the title
they didn't even
thing,
keep
and
the title on what's her face for a while for that long,
no,
a couple
but
weeks.
yeah, well, and that's one thing with WWE that bothers me sometimes. It's like sometimes I think they, and I know that was an accident.
But it could have turned into something. Thea is her name, Thea Hale. Could have turned into
When
something.
it looks like she's gonna like shave her head and
Oh,
all
did
this
she?
stuff, like it could be going pretty crazy
I know, but
with her.
you could
But
have built her into an organic like underdog,
no, I agree. Yeah,
and then they just killed it.
but I think the biggest thing that I'm wondering about with them is why they always seem to have to do the crazy stuff to get the reactions
Triple H loves a
and
good
title
crazy stuff
changes.
to reaction stuff.
He wants that clickbait. He wants
Yeah, he
that
loves clickbait.
that social media story to get it out there so he can get the big time
Yeah,
stuff
he's calling up
online.
Sean. He's telling him what to do.
Yeah. So I don't know. Just seemed kind of weird to me. Now I think the other girl's pretty good, so I'm not
Yeah,
super
she's in
concerned. But
Fatal Influence or whatever.
so so yeah, I think it'll
Oh no,
be
she's not. No, that's not who I'm thinking. She's a speed champ. It's the girl from The Calling or whatever they're called with Sean
oh,
Spears.
that's right. Yeah, yeah, that's right. Yeah. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see where they go now with that storyline. But
They are.
yeah,
Speaking of
I was
NXT,
surprised.
Powerhouse Hobbs, his contract is up with AEW, and
Hmm.
he is rumored to not even go through NXT. He's rumored to just go straight to the main roster.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me either. I mean, he's tenured. He's got a lot of experience, so it wouldn't
And
shock me that
people
they
already
wouldn't
fantasy
push him.
booking Hobbs versus Oba.
Hmm.
That's a
Yeah,
lot
there's
of
plenty
meat.
of guys to put him up against. So he's big. He's big. So they could have some big good man. What do you always say? Meat on meat matches.
Big meaty men slap meat.
You know,
That's a
so
lot of
they could
meat.
do something.
No bread, no
So
water, just meat.
just meat.
That's a classic
So
Booker T one.
yeah, Booker, Shucky Ducky, quack
He
quack.
said that. Jada Parker came back and he said Chucky Ducky quack quack.
He kills me.
Miss Parker.
But and then the last thing that happened was the big Dynamite Wednesday.
Yep.
Yeah, Maximum Carnage. And the one thing about AEW that I'll give them crazy amount of credit for is they make their product look legit.
True.
Like that, they had that in that theater, and it looked great. The way I mean, it almost looked like a stadium.
Hmm.
The way it was kind of set up and everything. And that's the one thing about AEW that they know how to do is make their which WWE's slacked on so bad lately. They used to be better on it, but make your TV shows, the special ones, feel special. When WWE has special ones, it's like, well, this is just a Raw that has a big match
Yeah,
on it.
the it was so funny to see the change when Raw did the Stranger Things on the anniversary of Netflix.
Mm,
The beginning of the show, everybody's like, "Ooh, they kind of ate on this Stranger Things thing. This is looking good." And then as we get to the end of the show, everybody's like, that's what they use Stranger Things for. That's it. No, the cast wasn't even there.
mm-hmm.
They just used Stranger Things for the like the boost.
Oh yeah, it was all just a Netflix
Yeah, it
thing.
was just a name. It
Like
was just a
Netflix.
name thing. Like they didn't have
Yeah.
anything special. There wasn't a Stranger Things match. Like an
No.
upside down match would have been sick.
Yeah, they could have done something crazy, but yeah, but AEW they go all out for their stuff. Pun intended. So, but yeah, when they do a special TV episode, it's special.
Hmm.
So, in that MJF match and Bandito,
Yep.
it was great. I liked it.
Yeah. Doesn't Bandito like jump from the ring to the outside where
Yeah, they had
across the
like a little
barrier?
pit area where the before where the fans
Hmm.
were. He hits that move. I loved how he gets caught in the crossface at the
Hmm.
end, and he flips him off before he passes out.
Yeah.
That was
AEW
great.
they got a pretty good
And
product
they
going on
didn't kill the
with
character.
the
They kept Bandito strong.
whatchamacallit, the special shows.
I mean, that's their bread and butter. Is those special episodes
Hmm.
of Dynamite and Collision. And they're doing another one Saturday with Maximum Carnage Collision. So
I thought I saw a commercial for that.
yeah, it looks like that'll be Hobbs' last match because it's the Ops versus uh who is it? Jet Speed and somebody. I can't
Okay.
remember who the other guy is for the trios titles.
All right. All right.
So it looks like they'll
Hobbs taking the
probably
pin.
have the other. I don't know if he'll take the pin, but I don't think they're winning if he's going to leave. I doubt they. I mean, there's other members of the ops. I guess they could switch it out if they wanted to,
It always
but
uh confuses me when we get situations where people leave AEW to go to WWE, and there's always these AEW diehards that are always like, why would you ever want to leave AEW and go to WWE? They're just gonna kill your
hmm
character and all this kind of stuff. It was the same thing
yeah,
with Blake Monroe when Mariah May left AEW. They were like,
hmm
why would you ever want to? Why would you go there? They don't. And then, but it's just that people the diehard like indie guys, they always forget that WWE's been around for decades and people
no,
grew up on WWE.
WWE's got the brand.
People grew up wanting to wrestle for the WWE. They wanted to be WWE champion,
Yeah,
women's champion, tag team champions. They want to be wrestling for the biggest company in the world. And yeah, AEW is
yep,
great. AEW is a big company. They're number two. But nobody grew up, not yet at least, grew up watching AEW and wanting to be wrestling for AEW.
yeah. WWE's got the brand. I mean, that's all it is. And some people want to be part of that brand.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter
Blake
what
Monroe
you're
said it was her
doing.
childhood dream to be in the WWE.
Yeah,
But she wasn't
it
good
doesn't
enough
matter
when
what
she
you're
had her
doing.
tryout, so she had to go prove herself.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing is why it's so hard to for these new companies to come in and try to compete with WWE because the wrestlers even treat those companies as a
The
proving
stepping
ground
stone.
to get to yes to
WWE
get
is
to
the pinnacle.
WWE.
That's where you want to end up.
The reason WCW started to compete to begin with was because they took that southern territory of Jim Crockett Promotions. So you took those established guys
Hmm.
like Ric Flair,
Dusty
like
Rhodes,
Lex Luger, Sting, Dusty, and then you brought in the WWE guys,
Hogan,
Macho,
Nash, Hall.
Hogan, Nash, and then you made the company look like it's on the level of
Hmm.
WWE because you brought in those names and you brought in the big time guys. And then, of course, the real reason they uh, got lucky with everything is when they did the NWO
Yeah,
turn. But without that, they wouldn't have competed, I don't think,
no,
as
probably not. Or
well.
maybe it would have taken longer.
Yeah, but I mean, that was how you needed to compete because then it shows that these guys that were in WWE are coming over to this side, to this brand, and they want to be here. Like AEW didn't really get that a lot, except for like Jericho and Moxley. AEW built their stuff on all these indie guys that came in, which is a good way to do it. I'm not saying that's wrong, but it's going to take you a lot longer to get to a WWE level if you're doing it. That's why WCW got there so fast, was because they brought in these. If like AEW's bringing in, like, like you got to think, AEW to do the same thing WCW did would had to have done something where they brought in like John Cena and then turned him heel.
Mm-hmm.
Like that heel turn Cena does this last
If that
year.
would have happened 5 years ago, 6 years
If
ago in
that,
AEW,
well, no, well, if that just would have happened in AEW, even this year, that would have been insane for them. It would have
that
put
would
them
have
on the
been that
map.
would have been insane.
But they just don't have that big guy that has the big star
Now
power yet.
maybe 5, 10, 15 years from now, there'll be kids that are watching AEW that'll grow up saying, "I want to wrestle for AEW. That's my goal.
Yeah,
That's my dream." But WWE had 30 years a head start,
yeah.
40 years a head
Oh
start.
yeah. Well, on AEW just need to look at some other companies and maybe not make the same mistakes those companies made, and you have a better chance of surviving.
And AEW's title is prestigious. The world title is prestigious, but it's not on the level of the WWE title.
No, no.
That's the title you want to hold. Cody said he's the quarter. He's the face of the company. He was. That's the title you want to hold. That's what all the legends hold.
Well, and that's the other thing that has hurt AEW. It's like Cody left and went there. And I mean, that one was like a stab in the
Well,
heart
yeah, because he started it or helped
after
start
all
it.
the stuff he did to bash WWE, and then he goes back there just
Everybody always
to
comes
get the
back. Punk
title.
came back.
hmm
Everybody always comes back
But
when
but
there's money to
AEW
be
needs
made.
to make sure that they don't do like what TNA did, where they tried to get too big too fast,
I
and then
think if
it blew
TNA
up in their
would
face.
have kept going without Hogan and Bischoff, like if they would have never had that and they would have just kept going with the AJs and the Joes and the Daniels and Beer Money and all that kind of stuff, I think they could have been a good competitor. But once they brought in Hogan and Bischoff, things changed and not for the better.
Well, I don't think it was the problem of bringing in Hogan and Bischoff.
Yeah, but those two
I think it,
egos, you can't work with
yeah,
that.
I know, but you could do things like it was the way that they started going in the company was the
It
problem.
just became WCW. They brought in all the old wash guys,
They relied on all the old guys, and they didn't give the young guys a chance. It's
which is
like
what happened with
Joe.
WCW.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like Joe only won the title in 2008. Like he should have
That's
had
criminal.
2 or 3 more
Kurt Angle
runs with
debuts
the
in
title.
'06, right?
Yeah. I mean, Joe should have had more runs with the title. I mean, they give AJ, he was the champ at the
Yeah, but I feel like they
time.
gave AJ that was like give a dog a bone type of thing because he's the face of the company.
Yeah, they were trying to get it off of the same old guy. It was Kurt Angle and it was Sting.
Jeff Jarrett, not with that belt,
And
but
it was just the same guys every single time. I mean, I get it. Kurt was his prime.
yeah,
That's
he
fine.
was
He
peak.
he can be your face, but these young guys, they could have built up so many guys. Like they had they were going in that direction too. That's what makes it so sad is that but a lot of their problem was they ran out of money. But they had guys they could have built up to make stars. Storm. I mean, they had him up there and then they took him down.
Hmm.
They kind
Eric
of
Young
ruined
even.
him, and the Rude feud ruined him. I mean, they built Magnus up and had his thing. Rude was built up. They made stars in that company.
Abyss.
It's just yeah, Abyss, but they didn't give him the main event profile.
No.
They like had him up there for a while, and then as soon as they got out of it, they were out of it.
And then Dixie came in.
Yeah, well, Dixie was a problem the whole time. It's just when she got on camera, everyone realized how annoying she was. So,
How could you not love a Dixieland match?
well, didn't make any sense. Well, I'm watching that right now, actually. So I just sent you that picture last
I
night.
know.
I saw
Yeah,
myself again. 13 years
that's
later.
pretty crazy.
I kind of forgot I was at that show. Well, I was watching it and I was like, oh, they're in Cincinnati. That's cool. So
Oh,
then I'm
there's
like,
me.
I was looking in the crowd like, oh, hey, do I know any of these people? Because I always do that when it's in Ohio. And I'm like, don't see
I know
anybody, don't
that
see
guy.
anybody. And I was like, these matches are really familiar. And I was like, oh, this is when the Mafia come out and disband. and then I was like, oh, I'm at this show because I was like, because that when they disband and they leave is when I touched Magnus's hand.
Yeah.
He gave me a high five,
Nice.
and I was like, oh, I was at this show. And so then I'm watching, like looking, because I was like, I think I remember where I was at. And then they had
You were on
a
Hardcan
point where
side.
they're like, they do a thing with Pac-Man's there.
Adam
Pac-Man
Jones?
Jones. Yeah, he's there because he was in TNA before.
Yeah, I remember that. He was with Truth.
So he had come back tonight since they were in Cincinnati, and he was still in the Bengals at this point. This was 2013.
He was still in the Bengals at that point?
Yeah. And then he has a thing with bad influence where he attacks him and gets in the ring, and I remember that because my friend Trevor was there, and he's a Bengals fan, so we were yelling about that and how cool that was. And then they point to the crowd, and there I am.
there.
I was like, ah!
And there I am.
I was like, whoa! I didn't know I had that good a shot on camera.
Yeah, you were. Well, there's a picture that you have of you, because you were on the aisle seat, right next to the stairs. So I think there's a picture of you where like the hard camera is panned like on that crowd, and you can see you and Trevor and Gundy.
Oh yeah, it was us. So can't believe it was that long ago already. So, but yeah, that was crazy. I was not prepared for that.
I just like your realization. I'm at this show.
Well, I was just watching it and I was like, I remember this. Oh yeah, I remember this. Oh yeah, I remember
Well, that could just happen
Oh,
because
wait a
you've
second.
seen it a bunch of times and you remember
Well,
it.
I know, but it was like when they did the mafia thing is when I realized it. I was like,
Light bulb.
I was here because I smacked hands with Magnus while he was walking to
And
the
you
back.
never washed it since.
Yeah, it's pretty gross. 13 years, pretty disgusting.
He wasn't even with Mickey James at that point.
Not yet. He wasn't even been a world champion yet.
Oh, he was a bum.
Or general manager.
He was just a bum.
He was part of Mafia. He was good. So, a sad day.
Mafia disbands.
I cried a little when the Mafia disbanded. I love the main event Mafia.
Yeah, they had a good song.
Ding, 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 ding.
And they all come out with the suits on and the glasses. Sting wrapped up his tour of doing like signing autographs and stuff, so now he's never wearing the face paint again.
Yeah, that's for the best. It's time to be done.
It's a little sad though.
Yeah, it's sad, but I'm just more sad that he never got Sting versus Undertaker.
Yeah, that is a pretty big shame.
How do you not do that match?
I don't know. Maybe they were going to, and then Seth hurt Sting on the buckle bomb.
I don't even care. I mean, he still could have came back and done one more match.
No, I think he was hurt until he came back in AEW, right?
I don't think he was hurt the whole time. I just don't think he wanted to wrestle for WWE anymore.
He was like, "You hurt me." This is a whole WCW thing, isn't it?
But once again, they got to bury the guy. WWE has a bad time of burying guys that they felt like betrayed them.
Yeah, that's Vince's whole thing.
Mm-hmm. I mean, let's be even real honest. Even Cody gets buried sometimes.
Even what?
Even Cody gets buried sometimes.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, he got buried at WrestleMania 39.
Yeah, I laughed so hard that night.
Well, we get the sad Cody meme.
Mostly because you said it was impossible that he'd lose and then he lost.
I didn't think they'd do that. I didn't think they'd wait a whole other year.
Yeah, they did it.
Isn't that where we get the rubber chicken? Doesn't the rubber chicken get tossed in the ring? Or is that 40?
At some point. No, I think that's 39.
Ah, it's classic, the rubber chicken.
Well, the best part about it is that we were going to get it at 40 and they almost screwed that up.
Yeah, with The Rock and saying, Cody saying, "I want you, but not at WrestleManias." Oh God,
I don't think so, brother. That don't work for me, brother. Rock was pulling.
I could hear it. I could hear Hogan's voice when Rock was doing all that.
That don't work for me, brother.
God, I still have night terrors when I think about Cody saying, I want you, fight you, but not at WrestleMania."
Idiot.
How can you say that? Like, what are you talking about?
That made no freaking sense.
Oh man.
Oh.
But they fixed it in the end, so the Cody babies got out in force.
You gotta have somebody.
But that was a
Oh.
pretty wild week in wrestling with the TNA AMC debut, and
Hmm.
uh, Raw was fine. It wasn't anything crazy. And then uh,
Crap.
SmackDown last week with McIntyre winning the title was pretty big. So we'll see what happens next week with Finn Balor playing facing against Punk and probably losing. And then I'm very curious to see
Hmm.
what Cody has to say on SmackDown tomorrow. So
He might not even show
he
up.
might not. You never know.
Crybaby. He's probably crying with all his crybaby
He's
fans.
just in with his kids in his bus, just crying.
Hmm. I could see him going away for a little bit just because he has a new daughter.
True, true. I don't know how young she is, like how new into the world she is.
I don't know. I wasn't there.
I didn't think you were there. It's not open mic night.
Mm, could be.
Well, that's gonna do it for us for the Brothers Wrestling Podcast weekly episode number 12. I think this is right. I'm pretty sure.
Don't ask me. I don't do
I
this
think so.
semantic
That's what I'm gonna
stuff.
call it if it's not. So I hope you all enjoyed.
Sure.
If you did, leave it a like, leave a comment on Spotify and YouTube. Follow us on Facebook. We have a big Facebook page going right now, so check out all our stuff on Facebook and Twitter and all that kind of stuff. And we will catch you in the next one.
Peace.